Statista, the fastest growing economy in Europe, was last year was Malta. It grew 5%, but the German economy, that's the biggest economy in Europe, contracted 0.2%. That's a contraction 2 years in a row. So what's the outlook for Europe?
Well, I don't think it's a good outlook. Europe has been struggling for a long time in finding growth drivers. And that's been an issue that any developed bloc will have. And as a bloc like the EU grows, its regulation starts to grow, its bureaucracy starts to grow, and there's less innovation in a place like this. So the only growth driver that's been found, that's come out, really is the advent of AI. But the issue with AI is that only very few kinds of companies will succeed in its development and its implementation. And the center of AI, as it stands, is the United States, and to an extent also China, right? So the EU is really playing catch up, and it doesn't have any incentive to do this. Policymakers aren't thinking of growth drivers, and the economy is very lackadaisical, and it won't grow really anymore, in my opinion, like it did in its heyday, perhaps in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, right? So Europe is really in a place now where they need to maintain their economies. They can't grow anything. Their people are leaving for other countries. Their population is getting older, and they're going to be stuck in a very hard and harsh position over the next 30 years or so. And 2025 is going to be an even bigger year for Europe because it has some instances where it needs to get used to a new Trump presidency. Its companies which export into the US have big questions to ask and to answer. Europe's regional politics are going to be challenged, especially as its demographics change. And perhaps there'll be lesser pressure from Russia because hopefully the Ukraine-Russia war will be solved, which will give it a chance to breathe. But that doesn't mean its energy security needs will become any less. So it's a very tumultuous picture for Europe, but I don't see a positive outlook for 2025.